Let's talk a little bit about trials. Let's say you've come to me, you're injured in an accident. We try to settle with the insurance company and they're totally unreasonable like they always are. So we have to file a lawsuit. What does that mean? Well, let me just give you a little idea just so you have some information on what would occur. The first thing we would do is file paperwork in the court, usually called a complaint. And we're actually suing the other driver. We're not suing his insurance company, we're suing the driver that was at fault. The driver that was at fault will get a copy of our complaint sent certified by the court. That driver will then take that complaint to his insurance company. His contract of insurance basically says that they will represent him. They hire an attorney and they file what they call an answer. An answer will basically say that, no, we didn't, we're not giving you anything. That begins what we call discovery. Discovery is the process where they learn about our case, we learn about their case. The first thing that normally occurs would be them sending to us or us sending to them a list of questions called interrogatories. These interrogatories will usually ask background information, injury information, accident information. They will be filled out by the injured party and sent back to the defendant's insurance company. Normally, what occurs after that will be depositions. Depositions is an opportunity for the other attorney to ask my client about the accident, their injuries, and related items in a setting such as our conference room. There'll be a court reporter present who will take down everything that's being said, and the attorney will ask questions of my client for several hours, primarily about the accident and their injuries. We will also take the defendant's deposition, asking them questions about the accident. After the depositions are over, the defendant's insurance company may very well ask our client to be examined by one of their doctors for what they call an independent medical examination. There's nothing independent about it. It's their doctor, the doctor that they're paying. It's a defense medical. It's basically an opportunity for the insurance company to have one of their doctors examine my client and say there's nothing wrong with them. Or if there was something wrong with them, it should have healed up within a short period of time. After all that is over with, usually we will do a mediation where we'll all sit down and try to settle the claim. This is kind of the last-ditch effort before the trial. If the case doesn't settle at mediation, then we have to prepare for trial. A trial is where we will go in front of a jury of 8 people and ask them to compensate you for the injuries you sustained. You will have to testify. Some of your family members may have to testify. They're testifying basically to say, hey, before the accident, they were this way. After the accident, they were like this. In other words, they couldn't do these type of things. They couldn't play with the children, they couldn't play baseball, they couldn't work out. It's kind of what we call before and after witnesses. In order to have a case go to trial, you need medical testimony. You have to have a medical doctor, a chiropractic doctor, someone in the medical facility that will testify that based on a reasonable degree of medical probability that the automobile accident did in fact cause these injuries. All of that is then given to a jury and they make a decision. The decision comes out and you can either accept or you can appeal, and that is for another blog that we may do another day. The main thing is to remember that if you do begin the litigation process, it does get extremely time consuming. You're looking at it taking at least a year to 2 years for you to actually go to trial. It also gets expensive. You're paying a lot of expenses that will occur during this time period. We don't file suit, we don't get involved in litigation unless we absolutely believe it's necessary. And then if it's necessary, we have no problem going to court and trying the case. Bottom line here is, if you have a case, if you have a problem, if you have an issue, give us a call, free consultation. We'll be happy to sit down with you, talk about it, see if we can help you. Thank you.